Good morning, wonderful people. How are you doing today? It's Christmas Eve 2021 and I want to make this basic sleeve. So what you need, the measurement you need are your bust measurement and the length of the sleeve and the circumference of the length of the sleeve. You are going to use your bust measurement plus 2 inches or 5 centimeters depending on what part of the measuring tape you are using. You cut the piece of fabric, the length of your bust measurement plus 2 inch or 5 centimeters, that is for seam allowance, and the length of your sleeve, supposing it's 10 inches, you add 2 inches for seam allowance, you add 1 inch on the shoulder line for seam allowance also. Calculate all your measurement and cut. In my case, the sleeve measurement is 10. I have marked 13 because 2 will be for my hemline at where the sleeve ends. I will hem it because I don't have lining for this material, and then 1 inch on the shoulder line will be for attaching it to the blouse. Okay, I hope you understand. So this material, it's folded in half. Okay, so 2 layers. This is clean end, this is the salvage end. I am going to fold it again to have 4 layers like that. Next, you are going to mark the length of your sleeve with the allowance, the one for the hemming. Okay, and here is the standard 3-inch measurement from the shoulder line down. You measure 3. This is for your arm curve. Is your arm curve line right there, 3 inches. You measure it. You are going to come in here. You go in by 2 inches. Okay, after going in by 2 inches here, you're going to make a curve connecting to the top corner, right hand corner of your sleeve. Okay, then we will come down here and measure the circumference, sleeve circumference, divide by 2. We will mark it here. Friends, please, in order to get a perfect armhole that will fit your blouse, according to, use the measurement, the armhole that you have in your blouse. Like, let's say it's what, 40, your bust circumference was 40 and you divided by 4, you have 10. And then make sure when you curve it here, it's 10. Okay, the way you curved it here, make sure it's 10, so you will have the accurate armhole sleeve. Everything will match together, and then this way will be your seam allowance. Okay, if you know it's too small, you can add before you do your cutting. Okay, so this one is perfect. Mine is 9.5 and I've gotten it. This is the seam allowance. Now my where the sleeve ends is 14.5 centimeters. That is about 5.5, and I have made a slant line here, not straight, because I want, when I'm folding, I don't have problem of shortage of fabric. Okay, so now we are going to connect this point to this point. Okay, from here we are going to connect. Okay, and our sleeve will be ready. Guys, I cut out the sleeve. One more point I have to point out: in order to differentiate between your back arm curve to the front, you are going to measure this portion. Like, say it's 10, you divide it by 5. By 2, you have 5. Okay, if it is 10, if this portion is 10, you put your tape like that according to the curve of the sleeve. If, let's say, it's 10, assuming it's 10, you divide it by 5. The allowance side is not included. You divide it by 2. I keep saying 5. What's my problem? 10 divided by 2 is 5. So you give a mark there. you come down here 1 inch, okay, like that. You mark it 1 inch, and then you make the connection from here straight up there, okay. So by the time we open it, we are going to trim off this part. This will be our front arm curve for the sleeve, okay. You see what I mean? I have trimmed this part out right there. I trimmed it out, that 1 inch. This place now will go to our front arm curve, and this way that is higher to the back, okay. Now you have to notch the center part of your sleeve. That way you will know when you are placing it on the shoulder, okay. Thanks guys, I hope you've learned cutting the simple sleeve.